Wow. Do you still have these?
The primary order of explosive will be in one.
Good morning guys. So today I was not going to film. Today is just a completely random day. Nothing special is happening. So I wasn't planning on filming, but then I woke up in like a vloggy mood and I felt like vlogging. So I was like, YOLO, I'm gonna vlog today. Now that I'm like stuck into the morning though, I'm like high-key not sure if I should vlog today because it's really like... If you notice the clock on the wall behind me while I made my breakfast, it is very late. Honestly, on isolation, I've been getting up really early because I've had either early like Zoom classes for uni, or I've just had so much to get done that I don't have time to sleep in. Like I've been getting up at 7 and going to bed really late for me as well, just online uni. It's so overwhelming and I'm just so done. Like I want to defer. What I've been doing is getting up and like staying in my bed and just like doing uni work in bed. So I have been up for a while, but not really. I did sleep in today. So I just ate breakfast then and it's like almost 11:30 now. So it's been a late one and now I'm going back to this lecture. Honestly, uni online is so messed up. Rio. Hi. I'm 14 minutes into this 1 hour and 57-minute lecture. How ridiculous is that? And it takes me way longer than that because I have to keep pausing to write my notes.
And different input going in from the ventral tree.
Also, I'm trying to watch this on 1.5 speed, but I'm just having to pause it more often because my hands can't type that fast.
Note that they are different in stimulus.
39 minutes in. Okay, so I've just been doing that lecture. It's literally now like 12:15. Not gonna lie, I have noticed getting up earlier each day has been more productive. I have to leave in like just over an hour for my appointment with my Chinese herbalist. Basically, my treatment is all based on trying to get a period back now. Last time I went, she put the needles so much deeper than the time before, and no, it was not nice. Like the whole time I was like I was trying to relax, but no, I was getting like pulsations in my like lower like abdomen for like 3 days later. This is not ideal. No, I need a clean room. I can't deal with this setup. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Alright, so I just filed everything away into my binder and I had to start a second binder for neuroscience. So basically this is all my notes. And then when it gets to exams, I have like an exercise book for each subject and I write out all my notes. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember. That is much better. What you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a better kind of bitter. Lose gravity. I'm swimming in the quicksand. Up to my knees. Keep losing sleep. I'm manic dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Okay, I just did my daily chin-ups, which is part of my chin-up challenge. If you're interested in seeing that, I hope you are because I'm really excited about it. You have to wait till like July, but... Strong as a lion, soft as the... Okay, so we've arrived. I'm a little bit... Sorry, Sunnies. I thought while I'm a little bit early, I will chat to you guys about my
existential angst, I guess, crisis, I don't know. Also, look at my nails, they're all breaking because of ISO. Like, these aren't fake nails, they're my real nails. So, like, yes, they're growing out a lot, but they're getting too long and they're all just breaking, like. So, I have said before that I'm a very highly strung, like, prone to stress, prone to existential crises type of person. I feel like isolation is not a good time for my personality type. So anyone else out there who is like prone to overthinking and like existential crises and that type of thing, I completely feel for you in isolation. I feel for everyone in isolation. Like, nobody, I mean, there are some people who would love to just stay at home watching movies for weeks on end, but for the most part, most people need social interaction just as humans. And I'm so sorry about this lighting, it's ridiculous. Even when you feel like so overwhelmed from like work or whatever it may be, and you feel like you don't have time for that, it always helps. And I'm someone who always gets overwhelmed from studying or whatever it may be, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I can't stop studying until it's done. And it's never done with online uni, especially because there's just more content always. Usually, like, if you just force yourself to go and see your friends or go see a friend, you realize how built up it is in your head and how much it really doesn't matter. And I've been struggling so much with stress lately, and I try to remind myself, like, when you die, like, the marks you get literally aren't going to matter. You're going to be like, damn, like, oh, that mark didn't matter, but like all that time I spent stressing did matter. Like, that was time wasted. I could have been happier. I'm just trying to remind myself, like, stress isn't worth it, because the whole point of living is to be alive, which we are literally right now. So obviously I'm not saying don't try, and I am so freaking sorry about this lighting. I'm just saying, remember what's actually truly important in your life, which is to be happy. Like, half the time when I say things, it's just me telling myself, so may as well tell you guys at the same time. I also get very unsure of myself sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know who I am. Like I know who I am and I'm sure of myself, but then sometimes I just have moments when I'm like, who am I though, you know? This doesn't make any sense, but that's what I mean. It doesn't make sense in my head. I actually can't. This lighting's making me look like Michael Jackson. This is so awkward. No, nothing's working for me. I don't know how to explain this, and I'm an open person. Like, I know there's many private people who would not want to start a YouTube because they don't like to share everything about their life, and that's like not me. See how I'm glistening? It's because it's really hot in here. It's 30 degrees today and it's like almost winter. This is ridiculous. Anyway, this is something like I want to share, but I don't want to share. Like, I don't want to share it without, I don't want to say it in the wrong way. I have 10 minutes to my appointment. I just want to feel my love for my sport again. And I don't say I don't love it, because I love it. But because I've had so many like setbacks, major setbacks, and my PB is from when I was 16 years old. Like, that's ridiculous. Most people PB each season when they're so fresh to the sport and so young. Like, I know when you get older, senior athletes don't PB that often, but like that's athletes who are like peaking and really good. And I can't explain to you how much I don't want to speak in past tense only, but I'm just going to speak in past tense. How much I loved athletics and my sport. Like, all I cared about was running. It was the thing in the world that felt, it was just like I just found my purpose. I just love it. Nothing compared. And then when I was in year 12, I moved coaches for a period of time, and just a lot of shit happened. Ended up getting really badly injured. Then that's just basically when all my like struggles with like mental health also started. And throughout this time, I've really not run well, and I've struggled a lot physically. Wow, I'm drowning in sweat. Like, I've hung into my sport this whole time, and I'm not saying I'm giving up at all, but there's just so many moments that I have where I'm just like, it just doesn't feel the same. I just feel so sad. And I'm not saying I've like lost the love for it. The idea of that really scares me, but also like upsets me. And I honestly feel like when I am like fully healthy and like running well again, I will just feel the same as I used to. But I just get really worried sometimes that I won't ever run well again. Also, having a few little injuries the last few weeks hasn't helped with that. As we all know, it gets really like deflating when you constantly get injured. But honestly, all I can say is I'm hanging in there, and I believe my love is still there, because I still get moments of like, I remember the feeling, and I just want to feel that feeling again of being fast and like being proud of myself and having good races and running well again.
Close the curtain. Stay up.
That was so traumatic. So the lady that I see is so lovely, but that was really painful. Like, she did some like deep points again and put the electrodes in, and I was like, I felt sick. You know when you get really hot and you feel like throwing up because you're like half just like panicking. Like I was mainly just panicking, but that was like hurting me. She's so lovely. She was like, what do you want me to do? Like she left me for 5 minutes at the start because I was freaking out. I just got so overwhelmed and stressed. Like I was overthinking it, but she was like, we need to get your period back. So I've been getting treatment specifically for my period for a few months now. And she just does different points on the body, and she said there's so many more that you can do, and there's more painful ones as well, but like you have to do what you can cope with as well. She also gave me a couple of different herbs again to take if they're waiting for me to park, like buy these ones again. Someone commented on my video ages ago saying what are the herbs that I take, so I'm just going to tell you the names because you can look them up and it tells you the different blends of herbs that are used and what they're used for. This pronunciation is going to be horrendous. Tao Hong Si Wu Wan. There's Kong Rong Bu Shen Wan. And yeah, I'm just not even going to say this one. I have to drive to training, and we're training in 1 hour, but I need to eat, and I know this is such a poorly timed meal, but that's just what happens when you have breakfast really late, you know? It's just awkward. So I'm really smart, and before I left I packed myself some lunch. So I basically packed a tuna salad because that's all we had. There wasn't that much in the fridge, but I just packed a tuna salad, so it's literally just spinach, some veggies, yellowfin tuna in spring water. I drowned it in a lime off our tree and put on some chili flakes. And then I also brought myself a Googie's protein bar. I brought the apple cinnamon flavor because I haven't had it in so long. It's not my favorite, but like I like them all, so whatever. Quickly eat this in like 5 minutes and then get going. This is such a poorly timed meal. It's just like an awkward day. You know, you have to eat something, so I would usually have rice with this, like brown rice. So we usually just have like rice always cooked in the fridge, and there wasn't any, so we have this like sad salad right now. A little traffic light update. So, oh no, let's just keep those on. It's very bright. So I've had Achilles tendinopathy issues over the last couple of weeks. So I've been doing a lot of cross training on the bike, but I've also been doing my treatment, seeing my podiatrist, doing all my rehab, and it's slowly gotten better, and I've slowly been reintroducing running now that I'm pain free. Holy shit, that fire. Hey mum, I just drove over the river at our house.
Yeah.
And there's like literally a fire.
That's burning.
Oh, okay. Whoa, chill. I was just concerned, but that's good to know. If I ain't got none, I'm so excited to see my training partners. Because of being injured in isolation, I have like not left the house. Like all my training sessions have been on a bike in my backyard. Pumping some good music with the windows down and just driving has really cleared my head, and it gave me a lot of time to think and also forget about the things that I thought of that I wanted to talk about. But I'm gonna try my best to remember them. What I was saying before about having those negative moments, they're just moments. You have good moments and bad moments, just like you have good days and bad days. I do trust in myself. Like, it's so important, and it's so hard to trust in yourself, but I do trust in myself that I will feel my love again for running, and I will run well again. Like, I trust in myself that that will happen, because if I didn't trust in myself or believe in myself, then it wouldn't happen. Like, you have to believe in yourself and have intention behind what you're doing. You have to really like go into things trusting yourself, even if you don't. That's one of the examples of a situation where you can fake it till you make it. Being confident in yourself is something that sometimes you just have to pretend that you have. Just pretend that you're fully confident in all situations and you're so sure of yourself. You got to pretend you're sure of yourself. I guess just because of being on isolation and being like injured and just being away from, just being like isolated, I've just had a lot of more negative moments. Not negative moments where I've been like depressed, but just moments where I've been having a lot of self-doubt and unsure of myself. And they're just moments, because I do have really positive moments too where I'll be like, yeah, I can feel it. But like, you don't always feel positive or sure of yourself. You just have to fake it sometimes. But basically what I'm trying to say, when you have stressful moments or bad days where you feel down or you just have negative self-talk, they're all just moments, and all moments are temporary and passing. Whenever you've had a bad day, just remember it's just a day. Like, tomorrow is a fresh new day, and whenever you have negative self-talk, it's just a moment, and there's bad moments and good moments. Okay, I got this. Jokes, I don't got this.
I'ma buy plane ticket, run away by myself for a minute. I don't have any limits. Ooh. I'm looking for a place where I can feel alive, where I can let you go and just be for a while. I got you on my mind.
Yes, Amy.
I hope I miss somebody who's better than you.
Keep going, Amy.
Somebody who can help me make it through. Now I'm about.
Just finished our session. It finishes with a 10-minute jog, but I just did 7 minutes because I'm not trying to overload my foot too quickly. So the girls have their last like 2 minutes now. But yeah, session done, no foot pain. Getting back nice and healthy. I just got home from training. I'm gonna hop in the shower and then have dinner with the fam. Wow, this lighting is so yellow. It's even making my teeth yellow. Okay, I'm really sorry about looking like a Simpson right now, but like, this lighting's just yellow. So I put a picture on my Instagram story of the acupuncture and captioned it like, getting treatment for a period to come back. Got lots of replies. I can't reply to all the replies I got, but I got a few that were really hurtful. Like, I know like you're not meant to let like haters get to you or anything, but at the same time I also don't want to spread the wrong message. And so somebody replied something like just swearing, saying really nasty stuff, just something about how you obviously just care so much about how you look rather than your health, and that's why you don't have a period, because you won't put on weight and stop training, and you just want to go and get needles to get a period back. You obviously don't care about your health. Like, yeah, I obviously don't care about my health. That's why, you know, I took time off running, worked really hard to gain weight, you know, investing in seeing a Chinese natural herbalist to help get a period back. Yeah, I so don't care about my health, you know. That's why I like don't drink, don't smoke, I don't care about my health. Like, anyway, and I was like a little bit cut, but also just like annoyed because they don't know me obviously, and they don't know that I have gained weight and that I did have to reduce training for like a solid 2 months, and every day that I had to not train was like really hard at that time. Especially, I'm getting treatment to help me get a period. I haven't had a period in almost 3 years now because I struggled with overtraining and anorexia, and I was so underweight, and this treatment is to help get a period back. But obviously it's not going to come back if I'm not a healthy weight, if I don't have enough body fat. So a huge thing about recovering is putting on weight and getting to a healthy weight again. So eating a lot of food and then also resting, because exercise is a stress on your body, and also when you exercise you burn more calories obviously, and if you're trying to gain weight that just makes it harder. So in saying that, I do get messaged about this quite a bit, and something I get asked a lot is, did you have to stop training? Do I need to stop training? And this is my response. So I had to take around 6 weeks of training earlier this year when I like got really bad. Basically was just like passing out all the time. And I still would like go to the gym every now and then and just do my own little thing. But my coach literally said, I don't want you to be at training until you weigh this much. And I know obviously I'm not promoting going on numbers on a scale, but we just needed a goal at least, or some type of guidance. But the most important thing is how you feel. So what I would say is, in recovery, if you feel energetic, you feel, you know, you don't feel fatigued, you don't feel flat, you don't feel lethargic, and you feel like, you know, you're bursting at the seams with energy, I think it's okay to be doing training as long as you're still eating in a surplus. So if training means you're going to have to eat so much that you just can't eat that much, then you can't train, because in recovery you have to be gaining weight to get to a healthy weight again to get a period back. But like, it is a stress on the body, and likely it will take longer to recover if you are going to be training still. So I did modify my training until I felt good again, and then I felt good again and I started training again, and I also got to a healthier weight again. So there are good days and bad days. Like, some days I'll feel flat, I won't feel great, but you just listen to your body and rest on those days. Basically my reply is, you listen to your body. Like if you feel great, which is not that common in recovery, the thing is, if you know, don't have a period and you're suffering from REDS or female athlete triad or any type of recovery like that, when your body's been through so much stress, you're likely to feel so run down. And if your body is telling you to rest, listen to it. Like it's not forever, it's just temporary. You're just letting your body rejuvenate. So just think of it as time to rejuvenate and recover and heal, and then you can get back to what you love. It's not forever. It's to allow you to live the life that you love and to have energy when you're doing it. So basically in recovery, I modified my training and reduced it for like 6 weeks when I died. But I didn't really stop ever. Actually, the amount I did was pretty much stopping for me. But you just have to eat more. If you're training, then just eat even more. So that's my response to people wondering, can I still train in recovery? If you feel really good. Like if you feel energetic and bursting at the seams and you go and do a light training session and then you go and eat more that day because you did a light training session on top of how much you're already eating extra, then that's completely fine. Honestly, exercising is good for you. But at the same time, if you feel terrible and if you feel so flat, so lethargic, just listen to your body and it will get better. I could go on and on about this stuff, so you know, let me know what specific things you want me to talk about, because when I try and talk about it in vlogs, my vlogs go for half an hour and it stresses me out. So also this lighting is making me want to throw up because I look like a Simpson and my teeth look yellow. Ew. Okay, we have a little smorgasbord of leftovers for dinner tonight. Got our brown rice, we have some stir-fried veggies, chicken and stir-fried veggies, coriander and peanuts, yum. An onion in that big jar. Or dried up onion. Later. Oh my gosh, I'm just sitting here doing my lecture. I'm now an hour into it. I put on my story some things. I'm kind of like anonymously replying to my hater. And I'm honestly like, I'm so overwhelmed by how sweet and beautiful some of the messages people have been sending are. And at the end of the day, all that matters is that you're happy and healthy, and how you look does not matter. Like, who cares how you look when you're 100, if you make it to 100, when you're 70 or 80 and you're old and wrinkled. Like, how you look does not matter. Like, it's only temporary anyway. And of course we're humans, you know, we all care a little bit about how we look, but it doesn't need to consume you. It doesn't have to be everything. It shouldn't be everything. You know, how you feel is all that matters. If you're healthy and happy and energetic, then why would you care about it being shredded or whatever it may be? Life's too precious and too short to waste it being hungry and tired and weak. And I have to remind myself this often, but when you do those things that are hard to do, you know, gaining weight, eating more, and then you feel the results of it, you realize how worth it is. And I know you're not meant to let little comments get to you, but getting like little messages saying like mean things, like obviously they can get to you, especially when you have a history of mental health. And mental health is just, you know, it's so many people struggle with bad mental health, and you should never assume how someone feels. Just always be kind to everyone, because you never know how they feel. Why not always be kind? Like, you get the, I wish I could go through all those DMs and reply, because it's so lovely. And it's just, so I'm gonna go back to this lecture. What I'm gonna do is set a timer for an hour. It's like 8, just after 8 now, and then call it quits for the day, you know, because I want to watch Damon Salvatore.
Spinal tracts, according to nuclear tracts, generally have a bilateral projection of the brain. And by doing that, then see, so these are the normal. Located in the spinal column. These are some occur spontaneously, and the motor activity occurs while
Why does 1 hour feel like 5 doing a lecture? Well, I'm now an hour and 34 minutes in. I'm so done. I might just go for a tiny bit longer just because then tomorrow morning I'll be like, yes, only 10 minutes. I am 3 minutes away from ending, and look, I'm like freaking out right now. This is already 19 pages of notes and 4,000 words. I have saved it. I don't know when the last time I saved it was, and I'm scared. I am so tired. It was all good. I only had to go back like 2 slides, and guess what? I ended up just like copying it. I finished it. I'm gonna go stretch now and then have a little nighttime snack or dessert. I don't know what to call it. Now for the chillest part of my night. Time to watch some Vampire Diaries. So this is like my chill time. I just like watch Vampire Diaries. I actually alternate between editing and watching Vampire Diaries because I love doing both of those things. And I also have a snack. So I just made chamomile tea. I was feeling basic today. And then I have some almonds and peanuts and a piece of my homemade banana bread. It's delicious. I'm going to put a little card on the screen right now, and it's also on my Whole Food Gram Instagram. And then I also have my herbs. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video, even though it was very random, really unplanned for. I hope I can edit it into something decent. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support, and I hope to see you in the next video.